Visit Pokemon Card Market and buy Pokemon cards from base set up to latest evolution set with best prices, secured system and easy handling. Only for European players. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video we'll be taking a look at the Beedrill from the evolutions. So basically Beedrill 120 HP grass Pokemon with Swarming Sting and Poison Sting. So a stage 2 evolution from Kakuna and Beedrill, of course. And for a retreat cost, a weakness on fire, and yeah, Swarming Sting. So for one grass energy and one colorless, we can strike for 40 times the number of Beedrills we have in play to one of our opponent benched Pokemon or active Pokemon. For the active one, we are going to apply weakness. For the benched one, we are not going to apply weakness. On the other side, for one energy, we can Poison Sting and put our opponent active Pokemon in poison mode or in position. So basically turn 1 with Beedrill in play we can Poison Sting for 30, and with Bursting Balloon we can force him to take 6 more damage counters if he decides to attack. So Bursting Balloons are good, but on the other side you might also think about experience share, because since Beedrill does not have energy acceleration, sometimes that XP share might be a pretty good card, because Swarming Sting can then be easily used on your next turn just by attaching one energy and being able to keep that energy from the active Beedrill to your benched Beedrill with the XP share. So keep mind about that, because also XP share might be good. So in this video I decided to test with the Bursting Balloons, so this full coverage will be just with the Bursting Balloons. But just quick note that you can also take those XP shares, and that XP shares might be a better idea than Bursting Balloons. You should judge by yourself. So, 2 more Celebes with the Leap Through Time and Sparkle Motion. I really like the Celebi because it can prevent all effects of your opponent Pokemon's abilities done to this Pokemon. So basically, since he had that stop ability, Garbodor will not affect his Leap Through Time. So basically he will help us to spread some damage around the board, and if we get heads on the coin flip, our opponent will not be able to take prize card, where we will be able to put Celebi and all cards attached to it into our deck. And of course Sparkle Motion can put 1 damage counters to each of our opponent benched Pokemons and active Pokemon in play. Something like Trevenant Break. Unfortunately, Giovanni's scheme will not work, so yeah, I did some mistakes in the video with Giovanni's scheme, so you should probably laugh at that, but Giovanni can only add 20 more damage. This Pokemon put damage counters, he does not deal any damage counters. So in addition to that, 1 copy of Remoraid and Auxiliary for that Abyssal Hand, so we can draw some extra cards with it. So 16 Pokemons, 36 trainer cards and only 8 energies. So featuring also 1 copy of Level Ball, so I can search my deck pretty much for Celebi, Weedle, Kakuna, Remoraid and Auxiliary. 2 Revitalizers, so I can put 2 grass Pokemon from my discard pile into my hand, very important, so I can recycle my Kakunas and Beedrills and just pretty much easily get access to them. 1 Super Road for basic energy recycle, and of course also Pokemons if I need. 3 Trainers Mails, 4 Ultra Balls and 4 V-Seekers. From supporter cards we're running 1 Giovanni scheme, because sometimes being able to strike for 160 not gonna be enough to one-hit knock out your opponent EX, so with 20 more damage from Giovanni scheme it can be 180, so it can be enough for the knockout. Copy of Hexmaniac, Lysander, in addition to that for drop 4 copies of N, 4 copies of Sycamore and 1 copy of a Teammates. Teammates is a very good card because after I take knockout I can easily search my deck for any 2 cards and put them into my hand, so it can be pretty much Bursting Balloon, Revitalizer, whatever I need at that moment. 3 copies of Force to the Jump Plan, so I can rapidly evolve from my wheel into my Beedrill just in the single turn. 4 copies of Bursting Balloons, of course, to take advantage of dealing those extra damage counters. And 2 copies of Flowstone, so I can have free retreat pretty much for my Auxiliary or Celebi if I need. And 8 grass basic energies just to be able to power up my Beedrills. Of course, if you're looking for any of these cards, you can find them on Pokemon Card Market, but Pokemon Card Market is much better for those old school cards from the base set up to the latest evolution set, but of course it's just for the European players, so keep that in mind. If you're from the United States, you should definitely check TCGcastle.com. So let's do some game tests so you can actually see this deck in the action, so see you in the game. Okay, so I will call heads, and I can go first, so let's do this. Okay, so starting with my Celebi. More than that, pretty much nothing else. I see strong energy, probably Carbing, Zygarde, something like that. not sure, we'll find out. Maybe even Medicham with Barrage, who knows. So Celebi, my lucky striker here. Oh, there's a Turn-Flame. And one Trainer's Mail for me. I guess for the teammates. Because I'm going all in here with my Sycamore. Of course, with Revitalizer I can bring those Kakunas into my hand, so I don't worry too much about them. One Weedle, one Bursting Balloon, one Trainer's Mail for Giovanni Scheme. I can even grab that. With Ultra Ball, I will discard Giovanni Scheme and Lysander, and will bring finally my Remoraid on the bench for Artillery, I guess, and the Beedrill hand. And I'm passing my turn. Turn after this, I can go with Sycamore for 7 and hope to set some Beedrills in play, but unfortunately without energy cards. Well, on the other side, it's a Garchomp. So that's heavy hitter Pokemon, but unfortunately it's not strong enough to one-hit knockout. Okay, never enough to one-hit knockout my Beedrills. So one Bursting Balloon discarded in order to take 2 cards. There's a Revitalizer, and I can grab only one Kakuna, so I'm thinking about just playing N. Okay, that's unusual. One Weedle, one Grass Energy, and one Revitalizer right now for 2 Kakunas. So I can bring at least one of my Beedrills in play. And the most important thing, with that Beedrill, I can just retreat and knock out my opponent Gable here and take advantage against it. So of course I want to do that with this Poison Sting. So let's just go for 60 and let's grab first prize here. Unfortunately, Garchomp is weak on the grass, and that's a huge advantage for me. So there's another Beedrill in play, and he only have that Turn-Flame for now, but next turn maybe even that Turn-Flame can be knocked out. So one Ultra Ball for another Gable, I guess. So Sycamore and Brock's Grid discarded in this way. Okay. I like the Garchomp from the Dragon Exalted. That Garchomp was just a badass. There's a Sycamore for 7, okay. So Garchomp and Gabite, whatever. I simply can't pronounce that correctly. Another Ultra Ball for Ultra Ball and Turn-Flame for just one more Gable. Okay, I just need one more energy and I can snipe those Gables on the bench. So that's huge advantage, I guess. Silent Lab, I don't mind too much about Silent Lab. Aero Blitz for 40, so he can search any 2 cards he really wants. Okay. Definitely a V-Seeker for Sycamore. Definitely. Oh, speaking about V-Seeker for Sycamore, I just get one as a top deck. I need a few more Beedrills maybe even here. So I can... Okay. I miss opportunity to get that energy card, but luckily I have 11 Ball for my Artillery. There are 2 Bursting Balloons also in play. Of course, one is going to be attached to the Beedrill, and the second one will not be attached, so I can bring back some energies, and I simply just need 1 energy so I can use my Swarming Steam and snipe on the bench. Wow, I have 3 Beedrills, but I have 0 energies in my hands. So Poison Sting for 30. At least I can poison his Turn-Flame here. Can he one-hit knock out my Beedrill next turn with his Garchomp? The answer is yes, but he needs Rare Candy, he needs Garchomp, and he needs Strong Energy. And then he can grab a pretty decent boost, because I will not have 2 energies, and there's a M. But definitely, if he misses opportunity to knock out this turn my Beedrill, I can maybe even put another Beedrill in play and be able to strike for 160. So he didn't want to take that risk. of course, so 80 damage will happen just like that, but he's going to take 6 damage counters on his Garchomp in this way. And actually next turn I can just simply use my Poison Sting for 60, and he's going to be knocked out from that damage of the poison, which is just great. So let's play N, because I really want more Beedrills in play. So there is one Ultra Ball and a Revitalizer, Trainer's Mail for another Bursting Balloon. Okay, so one Revitalizer for one Weedle and one Kakuna. And I can bring them onto my bench. Oh, no, I can't. Gosh, that Silent Lab is just a pain in the ass. One more Ultra Ball for one more Weedle. Right now, at least I know what I have left in my deck. One apiece in hand. Always forget about that stadium change. Poison Sting for 60 and 3 damage counters from that poison will be enough for the knockout, unfortunately. So I'm taking one more prize, which will be Force to the Jumplet. Okay, really like that. So 4 versus 5, and yeah, unfortunately Garchomp cannot set that fast compared to the Beedrill. Beedrill can definitely have huge boost here, and a huge advantage, I guess. Because there's no way that he can next turn one-hit knock on my Beedrill, where I can easily snipe his bench. The most important thing here is that I also have V-Seeker for Lysander. So I can even just simply Lysander his Garchomp and use my Swarming Sting and knock him out. So V-Seeker, and V-Seeker will be for another round of the M. Okay, I guess I don't mind too much about that M because I have an Octillery in play. As long as I have Octillery, I'm going to be able to drop some more cards. I played just a single V-Seeker, which means that probably I will not deck out myself because I have so many more V-Seekers and Ends left. Speaking about V-Seeker, there is one. There is also level more for my opponent, but I really need that Grass Energy if I want somehow to knock out my opponent, maybe even Garchomp or Gabite, whatever he puts in play. And I definitely want to do that. Turn Flame is not the big problem, I guess. Turn Flame can easily be knocked out. My biggest concern is definitely that Gabite on the bench. But also that Turn Flame is a little concerned right now. So there's Grass Energy for me. And I guess I will just attach Grass Energy onto my Beedrill. And I will put Retreat. Then I will use my V-Seeker and simply Lysander my opponent. Gable. Put Bursting Balloon and use my Abyssal Hand. So maybe I can even bring another Beedrill in play. Maybe I can't. And use my Poison Sting for 60. So that's enough for the knockout. And right now, if he wants to attack me with his Turn Flame will be knocked out. If he wants to attack with his Garchomp, I guess I will have another Beedrill in place, so I'm going to be able to strike for enough damage counters for the knockout in any way. So that was definitely a good move, I guess, for me. On the other side, if he can find one more Strong Energy, then he can simply attack for 120. So there's a V-Seeker probably for another N, but as long... oh no, for the Brock's Great. Okay, so those Gable, Garchomps, and Gabites are gonna be shuffled back. That would be definitely great if he have Octillery in play. Because with Octillery in play, he's gonna be... okay, so he just decided to pass us his turn. That means only one thing. I have another V-Seeker ready in my hand, so I can strike for 160. And knock out his Garchomp, leave him without attacker with my Swarming Sting, and basically, I guess win the game, because I have 2 more prizes to take. I have 6 cards left, and plenty of Bee Seekers and Ants left. I think I have 2 more Bee Seekers and 1 Ant left. Oh, actually 1 more Bee Seeker. So there is a huge Sycamore for 7. And 2 more Garchomps with some rare candies discarded. So another Level Ball for another Gable, but I simply can just snipe on the bench. Turn for Aero Blitz, he's definitely doing the best he can. So Turn for 40, Aero Blitz for 2, pretty much any cards he wants. What do I want here is, I guess, just Swarming Sting for the knockout on his Gable. Okay, and turn after this, even if he can knock out one of my Beedrills, I have another ready to knock out his Turnflame and take my last prize, so this game is over, so actually managed to win. But I must say it's not an impressive win because I played against weakness, but still is a victory, so I'm happy with it. Alright. Lysander, luckily I have Floatstone, but I also have energy in my hand. Candy Garchomp. That's the Celebi actually, with that Sparkling Motion and with the Leap Through Time. I really like that ability, but unfortunately, as long as this Silent Lab is in play, it will not be effective. So 60 damage onto my Celebi, 1 energy on his Garchomp, and my turn will give me Kakuna. I also have 1 energy and Sycamore for 7 just to see if I can find 1 more Beedrill here. Yes, I can. So there's a victory, so moving on to the game number 2. Okay, so would you like to go first? I guess I want to go first. No basic Pokemon. Okay. Let's see. The next 7 cards really need something good. Double Kakuna featuring Beedrill, a couple Sycamores, but no Weedle. Still no basic Pokemon. Okay, that's definitely very bad. How many mulligans my opponent can take now? Too many. I'm running 7 basics and I can't get 1. I'm not sure what to tell about it. Definitely not sure what to tell about it. At least I have N, so I can end him down to back 6 cards. So even if he can take 40 mulligans, I can just end him back down to 6 cards. So let's first see what we can find with the Trainer's Mail. With the Trainer's Mail we can just get nothing. Okay, so I guess I will put that Force of the Giant Plant and play my N. Hopefully for much better cards. Maybe even not. So, I can expect to see my opponent missing turn 1 attack, so I don't even want to play Bursting Balloon, I don't even want to play Floatstone, I don't even want to play Ultra Ball, nothing. I just want to pass with my Kakuna here, sit and wait for that next turn so I can Ultra Ball pretty much to grab my Octillery for extra Beezle Hand and extra cards. Then I can attach Bursting Balloon and poison my opponent Darkrai and pretty much force him to think twice before he decides to attack. So 2 Trainer's Mails, 1 Ultra Ball for Olympia, and a Pokemon Ranger. I really like the fact that he already has that Olympia here, so he can take that Hoopa. Having Olympia in play will definitely be good, so he can get rid of the poison on the Darkrai. But still, my Beedrills can snipe on the bench. Okay, so Darkrai EX, Giratina EX, and the Shaman EX. So Darkrai, Giratina, one of my favorite decks. That's for sure. So 1 Fighting Fear Belt on the active Darkrai, 1 Darkness Energy on it, 1 Shaman EX. Of course, with some crazy combos of energy switches and max elixirs, you can even have your active Darkrai ready to attack. But probably that's not going to happen. Having also energy switches in your deck, well, they can be included. In theory, they can be tagged, but it's not that easy. Okay, so next turn definitely Ultra Ball for top deck and Bursting Balloon, I guess. I mean, I can go all in here and take a big risk discarding my Ultra Ball for V-Secret next card, so I can actually have Flowstone on my Remoraid and have my Bursting Balloon on my Kakuna, but I think that's way too risky. Also, Pearl City here will reduce the damage for 20, so I will need New Forest in play. Speaking about Forest, I just top deck one. So, Ultra Ball for Bursting Balloon and the Flowstone. I simply can't take too many risks here, and it's okay that I didn't take too many risks here, to be honest. I will take pretty much just Celebi in play. I don't need Beedrill because there is a greater chance that I will hit one. And I'm going to play my M. So luckily I didn't discard a V-Seeker in search my Beedrill. The worst thing here is that I don't have even Beedrill here. Oh my gosh, I will cry if I don't hit Ultra Ball. There's no Ultra Ball. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so one Grass Energy on my Celebi. I'm passing my turn. Gosh, I should grab instead of the Celebi Beedrill. But I was hoping to get that Beedrill pretty much so I can also have Celebi for the backup and maybe even to attack with it with that Sparkle Motion. I mean, there's a Max Elixir. So far he can strike for 70. Still my opponent. Okay, right now he can go for 90 and knock on my Kakuna. But in exchange for that, oh, there's a Lysander on my Remoraid. Okay, I like that. I don't need Remoraid. Who needs Remoraid? There's no Octillery in play, so there is no party. Speaking about no party, Kakuna will be promoted. I already lost 2 of my Bursting Balloons for nothing, and I really don't like that. So I'm taking one more N here, because we really want to have Revitalizer for later game. Finally, there's a 1 Beedrill, and also Trainer's Mail, so I can poison my opponent. I'm searching for just another Sycamore. I don't need that. 1 Level Ball for 1 more Beedrill. Guess I can put poison on my opponent, Darkrai, or I can just retreat and spread some damage with my Celebi. Again, if he can Lysander me, he can pretty much do a good job here. So 90, 110, well, one double Dragon Energy will do the job. And I still can't hit for too many damage, so 1 Sparkle Motion to spread 10 around the board, and of course to be able somehow to prevent my opponent, if he don't have Lysander, from dealing anything significantly here. 1 Darkness Energy more, so that's 110 damage. Flowstone, it might be N. Okay, so I'm happy with that, I guess. 6 new cards for me. If I get heads, my opponent will not take prize. Turn after that, I guess I can have maybe even 3 Beedrills in play, so that's not that bad. Ultra Ball for 2 Darkness Energies, that's definitely important, especially if he misses. Okay, there's a Trubbish. Trubbish unfortunately will not shut down my opponent's Celebi because that's his stop ability. Okay, Ancient Trend ability cannot be. Nah, there's a Tails. Come on, give me something good like a Heads or something like that, because I really need it. Okay, let's bring some Kakunas in play. 1 more Beedrill. How many V-Seekers? I waste 1 of them. I guess I will play Sycamore. He has only 3 cards in his hand. Okay, so 1 more Beedrill. I guess I can go 160. Or I can go 120, 130 and Bursting Balloon. Okay, let me just do some quick math here. If I strike for 120 and 130 and he takes 6 damage, okay, I can knock him out next turn. So 1 Bursting Balloon and 120 20 damage on his active Darkrai EX, just like that. So there's a bursting balloon, which means that if he attacks next turn I can just Poison Sting and knock out his Darkrai, get rid of 2 energies from play, which is very important. So far he can strike only for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 110. There's another Flowstone on Trubbish, and 1 more energy, so 130. Unfortunately 130, a huge 130 damage for the knockout. I wish he was not able to one-hit knock out my Beedrill here. I wish I even had 1 more Beedrill in play, but unfortunately I didn't, and I didn't want to waste my Ultra Ball to find him, so I'm going to play the Seeker here. Nope, just Sycamore straight away for 7. Okay, I'm on a very low amount of resource right now. I'm going to take 1 Beedrill, 1 Beedrill, so I can put him into my hand. Of course, 1 more Beedrill here, and Poison Sting will be enough for the knockout, 220. If he wants to knock out my... oh, finally there's artillery, but no Remoraid in play. If he wants to knock out my Beedrill, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 130, he needs Double Dragon Energy on the Giratina EX. I still didn't see a Double Dragon Energy from my opponent. There's 1 big Super Road, so he can recycle back some Darkness Energies and hit them with the Max Elixir. 2 Darkness Energies into Shaymin EX. Okay, I would love to see that Shaymin in play. V-Seeker, probably for Sycamore. Nope, for N. Oh gosh, he only have N in his discard pile. Well, that N can actually be a huge. I mean, I will grab only 4 cards, okay, but he will take 3 cards. He still need that Double Dragon Energy. Hopefully not to find him, not to find it. Nah, you gotta be kidding me. No, don't do that. Trainer's Mail for Ultra Ball, and he can grab Shaymin for 6. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I almost had it here, but no. It's not gonna happen. 130, Dark Pulse, 1 more knockout, 1 more prize. What can I do here? Not too much, I guess. I have Beedrill, that's okay, but I don't have even energy cards attached onto it. And that Giratina will be able to strike for so many damage, sooner or later. So let's go with the Super Road. Yeah, I definitely need my Kakuna, Beedrill, and even 1 Grass Energy. The rest I can grab with Revitalizer, I guess. So Sycamore for 7. I need Grass Energy to at least poison my opponent Darkrai here. So at least I have 1 more Revitalizer to play, 1 Ultra Ball. Yeah, even that Ultra Ball is a pain. So I'm taking Beedrill, and with Revitalizer I'm taking 1 more Weedle, or actually Kakuna and Celebi. Celebi can also help a little bit. If I was at least able to strike that heads on the coin flip with the Celebi, it would be a totally different story right now. Poison Sting for 30, and at least he's poisoned. Well, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I can Lysander Darkrai on the next turn and hope that he's not going to be able to get that. Well, there's energy card in it. So speaking about that, Lysander onto my Beedrill, Dark Pulse it, and that's the knockout. So I need Miracle, Cold, and as a top deck. So I can end him down to like 1 card. Well, there's a V-Seeker, so let's grab that in. I can strike for 80 right now, so still not enough for the knockout. Yeah, there's artillery. To risk or not take a risk? I guess I cannot lose anything here. I will deck out myself, that's for sure. But at least I can try to get a few more damage from that poison. Maybe he don't have E-Seeker in his hand, and maybe I can get heads on the coin flip and prevent him from taking that prize card. Of course he can retreat if he wants and deck me out. That's also a theory that he can do. But more than that, let's see. Okay, one more double dragon energy and the dark pulse for 190. Will there be heads? Well, it's a heads, so I managed to survive. And now I'm playing Lysander under Shaman. And I'm striking for 80 that Darkrai on the bench. So the turn after that I can take 2 more prize cards and maybe I can hit another N. Of course, if I can survive his next turn. There's a max elixir, so maybe he's not gonna be able to retreat, but still I need to take way too much damage counters. Way too much. So there's another Celebi here. Speaking about Celebi, there's a knockout on that Darkrai on the bench. So 2 prize for me, and I need N so badly. There we go. Okay, and it's Celebi. So my hope can live for a little bit more. I just need to take like 1 more turn to not. No, there's a V-Seeker for Sycamore. Oh, or even for Olympia. Yeah, for Olympia and for the game. Well, it was close. It was definitely close. So if there was no 2 more turns, nothing for my opponent, I could just easily knock out his Shaman and grab the victory, but unfortunately he managed to escape that, and he managed to take the win. Alright, so a final game for this Beedrill deck test. Let's take a look. No basic Pokemon for me, no basic Pokemon for my opponent. I see Metal Energy, it might be Fight Alone Lucario. Not 100% positive, but definitely I'm going to find it out. If that... oh yes, it is. Okay, there's a spoil. There's a spoil. So I'm starting with my Celebi Leap Through Time. Force of the Giant Plant, couple Bursting Balloons, and N. Bursting Balloons are definitely going to be great in this matchup. I can tell that, but those Lucarios and... those Lucarios are definitely going to be hard. Luckily he started with the Anon here, 1 level ball for my opponent. For Riolu. Okay. So, if you watched previously 2 games, you noticed that game 1 was against Garchomp. That was in my favor victory. Game 2 was against Darkrai Giratina. I almost managed to snap victory here. And right now we are playing the game number 3 to see who's going to take the best of 3. So my opponent plays with his Fight Alone Lucario. So there is 1 more Ultra Ball for N and the Sycamore for another Anon. So far plenty of Anons in play. And the last card is V-Seeker for Sycamore. Alright. He could even go, I guess, with N, but no sense of doing that. I mean, pretty much. Why would he do that? So Firewall Leather number 1, he can still use 1 more Firewall Leather. I really like at least my first Giant Plant here. So first Giant Plant, a Bursting Balloon, and 1 big Sycamore for 7. It might be risky. It might not, but it is how it is. 1 Ultra Ball for 1 Lysander and 1, you wouldn't believe me, Grass Energy card for 1 Remoraid. Yes, for 1 Remoraid, because I really want that Octillery in play. 1 Leap Through Time, 10 to everyone. Sparkle Motion. So 10 damage counters to everyone, and yeah, 6 more turns and Unknown will be knocked out. The most important thing, I have N for 6 next turn. So I need Kakuna as no, I don't need Kakuna as a top deck. I don't have Weedle. Just have Beedrill in my discard pile. So Ultra Ball for Level Ball and Riolu, and of course he wants to grab Lucario. So Lucario can strike right now for 90. Of course, after he discards his animals from play. There's Escape Rope like that. My Remoraid will be knocked out, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I can say goodbye to my Remoraid. Okay, so I will miss my... There's a Body Rescue. Very nice for my opponent. So he can grab one Riolu and put on the bench if he really wants. But he decided to go with his Unknown. Okay. Sycamore for 7. He has 4 Unknowns on the bench. Brock's Grit and Ultra Ball discarded. One more Metal Energy, and right now we are going with those Fireball letters. Luckily there's a N in my hand, so I don't need to worry too much about it. He definitely needs to knock on my Remoraid there, so he can grab that prize. Unfortunately for me, there's a Trainer's Mail. Without Weedle in play and Grass Energy attached to it, I'm not gonna be able to do knockout on my next turn. Not even close. At least I can put poison on him, so even being able to put poison on my opponent Lucario is pretty good. But I would love to see this turn maybe misplay from my opponent and one Riolu on the bench for him, so I can basically survive with my Remoraid. Maybe he even decide to do that. No, there's just a Fight Alone for 90. Fight Alone for 90, and I think he have like 10 cards in his hand. I don't even want to count that because it's way too much cards. I will just play my N. Way too many cards in his hand, and what? Okay. Okay. Sparkle Motion for 10. That's it. That's it. I mean, okay, at least a Fight Alone can strike for 50, a 30, and Walk Away for like a 50, so not that bad, I guess, but Celebi is 70 HP, so I'm going to be okay for this turn. But for the next turn, I don't know, probably I'm going to play my VC before Professor Sycamore, because what else I can do here? Hoping to get those Revitalizers and Weedles. So, no, you gotta be kidding me. What the heck is going on here? One Ultra Ball for Giovanni's Scheme and then, I guess. And I'm going to take just maybe another Celebi. Let's better grab that wheel. I will need it. Teammates for Grass Energy, and yeah, pretty much Weedle is a better option. Sparkle Motion. 10 more to Lucario. Come on, knock me out. Knock me out and take 6 damage counters. Don't play Lysander. Well, Escape Rope. Oh, speaking about Lysander, I knew that I should grab that Celebi and put on the bench. Okay, still, I have teammates in my hand. Do I want to play teammates for this turn? Well, yeah, I want teammates, Weedle and Revitalizer, so I can at least have one of my Beedrills in play. Next turn Sycamore will be for 7. By any means I'm going to be knocked out this turn, so it is how it is. Hopefully he don't have the secret in his hand, but at least my Sparkle Motion dealing some damage around the board, which is very important. So let's see, he have too many cards. 5 cards in the hand, there's a big chance that he have from 22 cards left 1 V Seeker sitting in his hand. Let's say the one is prized, so he have like 3 more left. Trainer's Mail, probably right now for V Seeker. That's a big one. But it can one-hit knock out my Beedrill, but it can avoid 6 damage counters. So that was my last Bursting Balloon, unfortunately. And he can strike for 50 or he can strike for 30. Even with 2 turns of attack, he can't one-hit knock out my Beedrill, so I'm gonna be fine. Super road for me. Just for energy cards. Just for energy cards. Sycamore is for 7. Okay, so 1 Poison Sting for 30, and actually 40 per turn. So I wish at least 1 Bursting Balloon worked for me, but unfortunately it didn't. So it is how it is. I mean, at least there's a Beedrill in play, and next turn I can knock out his Lucario. Right now he can go for 50 more damage. Of course he wants to put as many Riolos on the bench with those XP shares. Let me just see something. When your active Pokemon is knocked out. Okay, that's something I want to see. Active Pokemon. He can retreat for 1. He can retreat for 1. Speaking about retreating for 1, it's time for another Weedle in play. And another Kakuna. How many? 100, 110? I guess I can Swarm Sting and knock out his Riolo on the bench all night long. Or even better, I can V-Seeker his Riolo for sure. And basically snipe on the bench his Lucario. I know that I take too many risks here, but XP share will not work. So being able to avoid XP share is at least something. And right now he needs to get energy and Lucario in play, and of course I have at least Celebi on my bench. So there's a Max Elixir for my opponent, and 1 Metal Energy, and 1 Level Ball. So with the Level Ball, unfortunately he can grab that. Oh, he can't grab Lucario because it's 110, but he can take that Giovanni Scheme for 5. There's a Trainer's Mail. Maybe he can grab Ultra Ball, and no Ultra Ball. Okay, this seems like a bad day. Escape Rope, I guess. Let me see, how many put the coin this time? Beedrill have for retreat, so Beedrill will be promoted in the active position. Even if he had that Lucario, he can't strike for more than 90. So I don't need to worry too much here. Double Smash. Oh, I somehow, I don't even know how, but somehow, let's just say somehow I managed to avoid my opponent Rush. So I'm pretty much happy here. So 1 Ultra Ball can be for 1 more Beedrill, but it's not gonna happen. There is 1 energy card to be attached, and of course what I'm going to do here is I'm going to retreat onto my Beedrill and pretty much Swarm Sting my opponent, bench it, not the active one, but the bench Riolo, so he can't take that XP share with it. I don't care too much about active one because active one can easily be knocked out next turn, because I have Revitalizer and 2 Trainer's Mails in my hand. I also have 1 Grass Energy on my Beedrill. I just need to prevent my opponent somehow from being able to put another Riolo on the bench, and that's pretty much it. Right now, of course, if he puts Riolo on the bench, he's not going to be... Of course, okay, there's a Captivating Pokepuff, so... Long story. Okay, so Fight Alone can be enough for the knockout, but then I just simply need to strike for enough damage to knock out his Lucario, and that's for like 2 more Beedrills in play. In theory, I can have 2 more Beedrills in play, but I just simply need to see how many resources I have left. Let's just first go with Trainer's Mails. There is N, so of course I will grab that N. And there is one Revitalizer, of course for Beedrill and Kakuna, because I have Beedrill left in my deck. And so I can put my opponent down to 3. Not sure why I did that, but I can take one more card. There's just Artillery. Hitting for 40, or retreating down to my bench. I guess just Poison Sting. So I can poison him, and he can take 10 more damage between turn. Next turn, my Beedrill is knocked out, that is for sure. There is no freaking way I can survive that. So there's Body. Oh no, gotta be kidding me. Body Rescue. For Beedrill for me, I guess. That Body Rescue helped him a lot, because he can bring that Riolo on the bench. But still, next turn that Lucario is gonna be knocked out. And there's a N. Right now I have 2 Beedrills, not a single one, but actually 2 of them in my deck. And there we go, there's 1 Beedrill Grass Energy. I'm gonna be able to knock out his Lucario, but the question is, can he then respawn turn after that and knock out my Beedrill? We shall see. So 7 damage counters on his Lucario. 1 Beedrill for me. He still have plenty of captivating Pokepuffs left. Trainer's Mail. Nothing. Okay. So, yeah, pretty much another Poison Sting for the knockout. I'm scared because he have too many cards in his hand. And I still need to grab 3 prize cards. There's a V-Seeker for me, which is a good one, but still. I mean, with Giovanni's scheme, it can be good. It can definitely be good, because I can add some extra damage. There's another man. No, there's a... another Lucario! Vitalon. 150, so he's going down to 1 prize. It's all about Celebi at this moment. So, it's all about Celebi. I guess I can be Seeker for... I can't win anymore. Nope, I can't. That Lucario was a big deal. I can put 2 more damage counters with my Giovanni scheme. More than that, I will deck out myself, and that will be pretty much it. No, I can't even play that Giovanni scheme. That can be only for 1. I'm putting damage counters, I'm not doing damage counters. Well, that's a GG. So somehow I survived. There's another Celebi on the bench, for the bench. 10 more. I mean, I need how many heads? 9 more heads. Well, let's try with 9 more heads. This Celebi at this moment doing a pretty bad job to my opponent. If I can get pretty much 3 more heads, maybe I can deck him out. Fight alone for 90, and there's a Tails, so it's a GG.